That's right, the best Christmas game ever is Christmas Nights. I'm sure you all knew that. Nights, probably the most ingenious game ever invented by Sega, come from the Sonic team. They were very nice enough to bring us a very special Christmas edition. Came free with the British UK Sega Saturn magazine and was packaged in with the Sega Saturn in Japan. Absolutely free of charge. It's a full first level version of Nights, all set out to a Christmas theme. I'm sure you all know how to play Nights. I picked up the games to collect the little baubles. Here we go. Collect as many of them, doing various acrobatics, get your bonus points. And that's about it, really. It doesn't sound very complex, but the game itself is really good fun to play. The fluency of the characters' movements is so nice. See, got enough points, so I can move on to the next section now. You can get bonus points by doing various combinations. Those various points give you extra bonuses and so on. Whoops, the wind's blowing me up there. Nights is best played with the 3D analog controller, which was actually made for Nights. Unfortunately, I'm using a standard controller because mine's broke. Bit of a bummer. Look at that, just one more. There it is. Right, got all my emeralds back. All the crystals, whatever they are. Time to go and visit the big boss. May be of interest to some people that a similar engine used for this was used for the Sega Saturn demo discs on the introduction screen of them. I think they're called Sound Flash, I think that's what they're called anyway. Here we go. Dream Dreams. Karaoke mode. Basically all this does is show you the game which you've just played as a replay. But with the main theme of nights, and of course as all the Japanese love, karaoke version. And no, I'm not going to sing it. So there you have it, that's Christmas Nights. The best Christmas game ever made. And it's free. That's why it's the best Christmas game in my opinion. Thank you very much, Sega and Sonic Team.
Installation is complete. Good luck.
Axelay by Konami. Or Konami, as they say in Japan. One of the first shooters on the Super Famicom to make me think, wow, this machine can actually do something that the other machines can't. Not exactly technically amazing for the machine, but very impressive visually. Oh, there's my bloody bombs, I wonder where it went. As far as playability goes, Axelay isn't no champion. It's okay. It plays a good shooter. Things can get a bit dull every now and then, especially on this first level. Not much seems to be happening. Way there. Now I remember seeing very early beta shots of this game. This spider boss was actually on a spider web background, which has been taken out of this version, the final version that is. When you get trapped in the little purple spider web that he shoots out, it actually slows down your speed of your ship, which makes getting away pretty difficult. Every time you complete a level, your ship does like a little dance, which you just saw there.
Arms installation is complete. Good luck.
As well as having the up-the-screen Mode 7 style levels, Axelay also has a couple of traditional horizontal scrolling levels, which are very, very nice. There's one thing that puzzles me though, is the effect they used on this stage. I'm not too sure what they're trying to aim for really. So one section in the background sort of scrolls, and it's got like a fade light to it to make it look like it's going into the distance. But just to me it just looks like a load of bars. going across the background in different shades. Now I'll just show you what I mean by it. The section now. Now I'm not too sure whether we're meant to be flying above a background or beside the background. The ship's actually side on, but the background seems to be viewed from above, so I'm not too sure what type of effect Konami were looking for there. Whatever it is, it does look a bit weird. Many people enjoy the boss of the stage. That's one of the highlights of Axelay. Sort of a Robocop Ed 209 rip-off, really. Very well animated, all in a straight rotation. Probably some of the best attempt at sprite rotation on the Super Famicom, to be honest. Or the best use of it, put it that way. Here he is. Good old Dead 209 rip-off. Surprised Konami never got into trouble with this one. Bit tricky to get, you gotta sort of shoot him underneath his helmet. And no penis jokes, please. Whoops, a bit too close there. You know when you're hitting them because it all shines up like that. Very nice stuff. Konami certainly had some talented guys working for them back then. Wouldn't be surprised if half the guys who made this buggered off to Treasure. One of the things that can look a bit silly about Axelay is the way the sprites sort of distort as they get closer to the bottom of the screen, as you can see from this boss here. The closer to the bottom of the screen he gets, the more longer he becomes. Maybe it wasn't possible to put the sprites on a different plane than the background, who knows. But it seems to me that they use the same system for the sprites, switch to what they use them to distort the background into the 3D effect. A good old fire level, the best looking level in Axelay, and home to the best looking boss in a shooter ever, to be honest, which you'll get to see a bit later on. I won't tell you what it is, just in case you've never seen Axelay before. Colours used in this level are amazing, so nice, so rich. Just a shame they don't come out so well on the video. In this level you may notice a few, well not a few, one special character from other Konami shooter. Let's see if you recognise it. It should be coming up pretty soon. There it is, just bloody killed me too. The good old Salamander Dragons. There's another one. Don't piss off. Playing like shit again. There's another lovely feature of this stage, is big worms, and you can actually fly right behind them. Love them. Oh, the music's fading out. What could be coming? Oh shit. Now that is one big bastard. Yeah, Yeah, he's slowing the game down like hell. He's bloody flickering quite a bit. But he's sure impressive. Definitely one of the best looking bosses in a 16-bit game. Oh, even in a more modern day game as well. Oh, you little shit. The idea is to shoot his green heart there. Which the little bugger's covering up with his hands. He does have a very nice light beam though. The audio on Axelay is very nice. You know, you can probably tell that just by listening to the game as I've been playing it. Some of Konami's best music on 16-bit platforms. Actually, to be honest, since the 16-bit days, I don't think Konami would be as good as they were. I think they peaked in the 16-bit stage. Yeah, they did Metal Gear Solid and a few other things in the days of the PlayStation and so on, but I don't think they were as good as they used to be, especially in this modern generation. Not too sure what the bigger bits of meat represent. I'll keep killing me though. Pain in the backside boss this one. Playing like shit again. There you go. A way not to play a game. What the sneaky devil does here is he sends out his probe to scan your ship and sends out half a dozen copies of your ship. So no matter what, so whatever you do, they do as well. So be sure not to let loose with any dropping missiles, otherwise the ships that fly above you are going to drop missiles on you, like that. So just use your normal shot weapon. So there you go, that's Axelay for the Super Famicom. Bit short, it's got a few levels. I think it's only got about 5 or 6 levels. Was this level 7? Can't really remember now. I'm the one playing it. But it could have been much longer. Collision detection can be a bit dodgy in some points on the 3D levels, or that could be just the way that the levels are designed. But it is a good game, visually impressive, and I'm going to give it a retro core score of 7 out of 10. old school intro there from Wolf Team. An intro that was missed out of the Mega Drive version of Granada as well. For those who don't know, Granada is an overhead shooter from Wolf Team. Absolutely amazing game. It featured on the Sega Mega Drive, so you might know it from that. Mega Drive version is pretty much the same as the Sharp version, but features pretty naff graphics compared to the Sharp. So basically you're in your assault tank, and what you gotta do is destroy the bases, which are those red dots down on the map. The tank moves in a 360-degree action like that. You can keep them pointing in one direction by holding down another button on the pad, then using the D-pad to move left and right. Like, graphically wise, the game isn't so hot, but it's the playability where it counts, and this game is very nice to play. Can't fault it at all. And certainly no walk in the park either. It's a bloody bastard to play. Can be really tough, especially at the later levels. Actually got to use a bit of strategy in there to figure out your routes. Otherwise you just get bombarded with bullets and whatever. As you can see now, I've picked up my little reflection thing here, which is really good because I can use it to oh, where's it gone? I can use it to fire my weapons down gaps where I can't normally reach, which is great for getting those little sneaky bastards that are hiding behind the corners. There you go, a couple of bases here, get rid of them. You actually have a bomb, so it pushes you back every time you use it as well. Oh crap, here we go. Oh, time's running out as well. I'm not too sure which one I like the best for the music, to be honest. Even though I like the Mega Drive version, but I think this version is also quite nice. Got my little extra weapon there. So I'm not too sure which one's got the best sound. Both seem pretty good. Both got the slight differences. So it's a bit hard to tell really. I'll probably go with the Sharp version though, because it seems to sound a bit more clearer than the Mega Drive version. Oh, bit of rotation. Maybe I'll just sort of shoot mine as eye opens there. It doesn't open it that often, only opens it when your back's turned. There he goes. Which makes it a pain in the backside to shoot the bugger. There you go. Oh, I missed him again. Between levels, there's these little cut pictures there which you just saw, which aren't in the Mega Drive version either. I'm actually surprised how much they crowd the Mega Drive version. I would have thought Wolf Team would have went the whole way, made an 8 meg cartridge or something. even a 4 meg cartridge. Not too big, not too sure how big the Mega Drive game is. Anyway, there you have it, the original version of Granada on the Sharp X68000. Absolutely bastard of a shooter, really hard. Unless you put on easy level, that is, and even that's still a bit of a challenge. If you like your shooters tough, you'll love this. If you're one of those people who think, I can't get off level 2, I don't like this. You know, the whinging bastard type. Well, you probably won't like this at all. But to the real hardcore shooting fan out there, I think Granada's definitely a recommended game for you. Probably you're best getting the Mega Drive version, easy to get hold of, that one. So we're going to give Granada a good retro score of 8 out of 10. Welcome to the Retro Core Versus section. We're having Devil Crash on the Mega Drive and the PC Engine. So first up we got the Mega Drive version. Let's give it a whiz. Mega Drive is the remake of the PC Engine classic. Remake by Techomotor, the masters of Mega Drive games in my book. Especially the masters of making Mega Drive games sound good. So what can we say about the Mega Drive version of Devil Crash? Well, let's see, we've got really good thumping music. The physics of the ball are very nice indeed. Very smooth. Just as you'd expect them to move, really. Responsiveness of the flippers is very good as well. Graphically, the game's a visual treat. Never has there been a pinball game, even to this day, that looks this nice. I just love the gothic feel to it. Get these lovely score tables as well every time you complete a bonus. Let's take a look at some of the bonus stages on Devil Crash then. This is bonus stage 6. The idea is to kill the ghost or demon, whatever it is, coming out of that guy's gob. Very difficult one. In this bonus, the idea is to get the balls around the back of the heads and blow the heads up, which I've just completely failed and look like an idiot. In this one, you have to destroy the 2 little wizards. Easier said than done, especially when you've got 4 flippers like this bit. The 4 flipper option appears randomly, it doesn't always appear. Oh, you little bugger, nearly killed him then. Got his balls back. The idea of this bonus is to kill the guys when they go over one of the black spaces. The more you play the game, the more things change on the actual playing board. As you can see, here we're starting to get a few bonuses lit up. If we go over here to the top, you'll see that face of the woman that was down at the bottom of the screen, the face of the woman that was there before is actually changed into a dragon now. Probably why the English name in the game is Dragon Fury, bloody idiots. And that becomes a bonus area, which is the demon guy which we saw before, so we'll just drop out of here. Don't want to do that. There you go, and she's back to the woman now. What happens if you get the ball into the back of her head? She changes her form. And every time she changes form, she can come one step closer to being the Dragon Lady. So we'll just give it a try here, so we can get in the back of her. One thing I must say, oh, it's gone down again. One thing I must say is the amount of things going on at the same time on this game, with absolutely no slowdown whatsoever, is very impressive. Techomotor have made Devil Crush do what the Mega Drive does best: house kicker music with fast gameplay, no slowdown whatsoever. One little bonus that Techomotor have put into the Mega Drive version of Devil Crush is the chance to use different types of music from various Techomotor games. You get these up by putting Omake BGM, which is like, I don't know, extra background music. And then you got, I think it's numbers up to 01 to 04, gives you various Mega Drive tunes. So we'll go for 03. And as you'll see, it gives us the music from Elemental Master. Omake BGM 2 gives us the music from Thunder Force 3. And this version of the music on Devil Crush is actually much better than the version of music featured on Thunder Force 3 itself. Tell me you've ever heard your Mega Drive sound this good. Go on. One very unusual tune is track number 4, which apparently comes from a Techomotor RPG, or so I heard. I haven't got a clue what game it's from though. It does sound very nice. So let's check out the original version of Devil Crush. Or as in this game, it's called Devil Crush. This is the American version actually. This is the original for the PC Engine by Natax. Let's see how it compares to the Mega Drive remake. Well, the controls are still just as good as the original. Hang on, this is the original. I should say the controls are still just as good as the Mega Drive version. My playing skills are just as crap as they were on the Mega Drive version as well. Graphically, the PC Engine one isn't a patch on the Mega Drive version. It's okay for the PC Engine, I guess. The music itself's not too bad for the PC Engine. In fact, it's quite nice for the PC Engine, to be honest. I haven't heard too many PC Engine games sounding as good as this one. Let's see if I can get some bonus screens up. Here we go. Something we didn't see on the Mega Drive version before, the woman changing into her various states. I'd say some of the actual graphics are a bit more defined on the PC Engine than what they are on the Mega Drive. You can sort of make out what they are more. Like those little yellow guys walking around there. Couldn't figure out if they were soldiers or skeletons on the Mega Drive version. But I'm looking at this PC Engine original, it looks like the skeletons. So let's take a look at some of the bonus stages. So here's the dragon bonus stage which we saw on the Mega Drive. Unfortunately the PC Engine version looks pretty shit. Now I'm not too sure if this one's in the Mega Drive game. I think the Mega Drive version uses coffins instead of pots, and bats fly out the coffins. Quite an easy bonus round. Just destroy all the pots. Doubly head section, which I cocked up on the Mega Drive straight away before. Looks like I might be a bit more successful on the PC Engine version. Nope, maybe not. So there you have it, Devil Crash on the PC Engine and the Mega Drive. But which is the best one? Well, the PC Engine one is very good for the machine. And I can't knock it for being a bit worse in the audio department or having worse graphics, because the machine is not as powerful as the Mega Drive. So as far as PC Engine games go, Devil Crash is very nice indeed. But I'd have to say that if you're going to buy one or the other, you should definitely go for the Mega Drive version. Graphically it's far superior. The sound on it is far better than the PC Engine as well. There is one thing though on the PC Engine version which does sound better than the Mega Drive, and that's the actual voice samples, which you'll hear now. A lot more cleaner than the Mega Drive version. So if you're on both machines, then to be honest I go for the Mega Drive version simply because it looks and sounds better. Both games play absolutely amazing, and you can't fault them. They are very good pinball games. A lot better than the Pinball Dreams and Fantasies and whatever that came out in the West. Well worth a purchase. Except for when the PC Engine version of this song comes on, make sure to put your earplugs in. When you say Mega CD and a shooter to most people, the first thing they think of is Solfus and maybe not Super Least, Denshin Elite, or what's it, Robo Elite or something in the West. But they never think of this game, Bari-arm by Hudson, not by Hudson, by Human. So I thought I'll bring it to you and so you can see what it's all like. Can't be all that bad. Giving us a bit of good luck. You can see there's quite a variety of different weapons you can get. I got stuck with a bit of a dud weapon really. Visually, Bari-arm's nothing too good. It's nice, does its job. Nothing amazing though, nothing that stands out, I should say. A bit of a secret there. They've missed out on a couple of special touches which they could have added, such as the water here. When you go in and out of water, a nice little splash would have been nice. Hang on, they'll hit me there. That'll teach me for talking and to talk and play games at the same time. I must have to say that the music on this level in Bari-arm is a bit naff. Music itself's not that bad, but for the type of game, it just doesn't fit. See a nice use of shadows there. You notice when I came in here, everything went a bit darker over the ship. It's come light again. Nice bit of transparency there, which you don't normally see on the old Mega Drive or Mega CD. So you bought a Mega CD, you got practically all the shooters for it. What was it? Sulfies, Alesta, and Chaos Flying Squadron, you got that as well. I suppose maybe you could count Night Striker or whatever it's called, that 3D one, by Taito. But apart from that, what else have you got? Well, nothing really, it's only this one, Bari-arm. And while it's not technically impressive and nothing too special, it does play nice enough. You know, it's you've been there, you've seen it before. But if you do need that extra shooter for your Mega CD, then I suggest getting this one over Sulfies, put it that way. If you don't know KO's Flying Squadron, then get that first. It's got to be the best, followed by Alesta, and then maybe Bari-arm. So we're going to give it the Retro Core score of only 6 out of 10. The reason it's getting such a low score is because, you know, it doesn't offer anything exciting, anything new. You've seen it all before. The only thing that this game's got over a few Mega Drive shooters out there is the fact that it's got a CD soundtrack. But apart from that, there's no reason to buy it over half the really good shooters that are already available on the Mega Drive. There you go, CD's faded up for you. Sega Mark III by Sega. Basically this machine is just a Master System, but it was actually released before the Sega Master System in Japan, Japan only as well. The differences between this machine and Sega Master System in Japan is that the Master System has a built-in FM sound chip to make the music sound a lot better. The European and the American Master System didn't have the built-in FM sound chip, so basically they sound just like a Sega Mark III. But the thing about the Sega Mark III is that you can actually buy an expansion pack which plugs straight in down here. Expansion pack allows you to have FM sound on the Sega Mark III. Just plugs in right down here. Don't know if you can see in there. One weird thing about the Sega Mark III is the joypad sockets. Joy 2 is on the left and Joy 1 is on the right, which is a bit unusual considering the first controller normally goes on the left and the second's usually on the right. Games come on either cards or cartridges, just like the Sega Master System does. Cartridges fit in here, and the cards slot down the front. Around the side of the machine you have spaces to put your joypads. Unfortunately I don't have any joypads, because when I bought this machine it was completely black and covered in shite, but I gave it a bit of a clean, and it looks pretty good these days. Around the back of the machine, let's see what we got. Where you got your expansion out, or your extension out I should say. Basically that's the same as the Mega Drive, I believe. Then next to that we got the TV switch, what TV channel you want. Just about to see, can you see in there? You can't really see in there, can you? It just says high and low for some strange reason, probably high and low frequency. Then you got the TV aerial, standard RF lead. Then you got the DC input and the power switch, which is quite unusual having the power switch around the back of the machine. Under the machine we've got nothing special really. We've just got a nice Japanese Mark III Sega sticker. And that's about it really. The machine itself is actually quite light, possibly lighter than the Sega Master System I'd say. That's not actually that big. When we compare it to Mr. Sega Saturn there, or Mr. Dreamcast, it's not actually that big. I think it's smaller than the Master System to be honest. So let's boot it up and see what the games look like going. So here we are running Outrun. As you can see the cartridges stick out the machine pretty bad. Games come on these cartridges here, which are the same as the Japanese Master System cartridges but only white, and actually called gold cartridge, probably because they're not compatible with the Sega SG3000 or whatever. Games also come on cards just like the Master System, look just the same as the Master System cards, but of course white. There's all the Japanese writing on the back. Games themselves come in these card boxes. You can see Outrun, a bit unusual for Sega using card boxes. Nice to see in the West they changed the Master System boxes to plastic so it doesn't get crushed. Luckily this one's nice and minty. And instruction books were just printed in red. All screenshots are in red as well. So as you can see from looking at the screen, it just looks like a Sega Master System. No difference. Not all Mark III games support the FM sound expansion pack. Games like Phantasy Star do, but this game doesn't, which is a bit weird because you would have thought Outrun would have, with the music being so famous and so on. Just guess Sega couldn't be asked, to be honest. But anyway, there you have it, that's the Sega Mark III. Sorry I can't show you the games playing because I haven't got a joypad, which is a bit of a bummer. But at least you can see the hardware. Techomotor for the Sega Saturn. Have you ever wondered what it'd be like to make music on your Sega Saturn? No? Well, you should do. Well, this program lets you do just that, make your music on the Saturn. It's going to be pretty difficult to show you exactly what you can do on this software, but I'll give you a quick look at it. So first we'll go to making motor, in other words making the music, and you can make various aspects first. We've got making units at the top, making pattern, making pad set, and making song. So first I'll show you the making unit section. So you can start off a brand new one or use some which you've already got on your system. So you've got some from the card RAM, system memory and the disk. We'll just get one from the disk. Example, I don't know, let's take the Scar one. Okay. And here you can assign different instruments to different parts of the software. You can see you've got player 1 here and it's got sax. You can change the different instruments, so we'll just change it to a direct bit test. So yeah, now by pushing different buttons on the controller it allows you to do different sounds. So as you can see we've got the C, D, E, G, A, B there. We've got the octaves and we've got various different sounds we can produce. So if I press the A button now and push up on the pad and down on the pad, we can make it sharp like this. And then if you use the L and R buttons you can actually change the sound even more. You can sort of bend the pitch. But not in this section by the looks of it, but you can later on. So as you can see, all those sounds you just heard were just coming from the A button. And you go A, B, C, X, Y, Z. So you can get lots of different sounds. So basically you assign your different instruments to each section. So you got your bass, you got your drums, you got your hi-hats and so on. Then you've got to make the pattern. This is where you actually make the music itself. So we'll go from another sample. Let's see. Absolutely hundreds of samples to choose from. We'll just go for this one. Open it up. So as you can see, it's got a pretty, just a straight line actually. Let's have a test of it. Wow, very exciting I must say. So that's track 1. You can add new parts, you can change the velocity and whatever, but we won't do that. You can change the beats per minute and whatever. But you can also add new parts to it by holding down the A button, like that. B button deletes them all, and C button also places stuff in. So you can just test that. You see, complete balls up that is. And then you got the drums, which are actually quite difficult to do. You've got quite a lot of different drum samples in there. You've got hit 1, hit 2, hi-hats and snares and bass drums and whatever. All together it sounds like this. So once you put all those aspects together, it sounds something like this. Okay, and there are actually different units you can add to the music, such as they will change the type of sound which the beats will have. So if we change it to, I don't know, let's change it to a house, it'll sound a bit different than what we just heard. See, let's have a listen. Actually it sounds a bloody same, which it shouldn't do, but it did. Yeah, let's change it again. There you go, that one sounds different. Okay, and you can save your music as whatever, but we're not going to save it. Okay, so basically that's how you make the pattern. Then you've got make pad set. Now what the pad set does is let you make different music for, from the joypad. Basically you use the Saturn's joypad as a keyboard, so you can set your different variations. There's many different effects you can have. Melody is probably the best for the lazy asses. If you just want to do a chord, then you can actually use your controller as an instrument, which I'll show you later on. And then, once you've set all your settings up and everything, it's time to make yourself a song. So we'll go from my one here. Once you've made all your pad sets and whatever, your units, then you paste them all together in this section here. And as you can see, these are my different sections of the song, all pasted together. You can put how many times you want to loop them down at the bottom here. That's the main loop here, or repeat them I should say for that one. The type of unit you want, the type of pad setting you want, so what type of sound you want your pad to sound like, your beats per minute and so on, and then you can test it there. So this song I knocked up in about, I don't know, about half an hour, so I'll give you a quick look at it. There you go, song select, system memory, that's the one. Right. I'll show you the LED background because it's more easier to see the sounds coming in then, because you can see them from the LED display. So you can see the basses coming on there. Next will be the drums. Nice hi-hat. Not bad, but coming from a Sega Saturn. So what we'll do, we'll just move the camera down here so you can have a look at how the actual joypads work. Right, let's see. We'll have the TV showing a bit as well. I'll tell you what. This way would be to hold the controllers like this. We've got one controller. And we've got another controller. Okay. So this is how we're going to do this one. Let's give it all that. iPad mode. I'm going to actually put some notes. So as you can see, I'm completely, utterly useless at making music with the Saturn's controller. But it sort of gives you an idea what type of stuff you can pull off if you know how to do it. And the variety of music you can actually make with the software is very nice indeed. As you can see, I'm completely useless at it, so I'm not exactly a good example for promoting this game. If you can call it a game, that is. So anyway, there you have it. That was a Techomotor for the Sega Saturn. Turned your Saturn into a fully fledged music studio. Very nice indeed. Run Saber for the Super Famicom. Probably the Super Famicom's answer to Strider. Features two characters, man and woman, who from what I can make out actually cyborgs, not humans. And it's up to them to save the world from the evil mutants. The little pink icons that I keep picking up, they're actually power-ups, not power-ups, sorry, bombs. And do this. Nice pretty bomb there. Controls are pretty basic. Oops, get that. Got your jumps, push down when you're falling, and you can do this sort of power kick here. Your saber weapon that you've got doesn't actually start off as big as this, it actually starts off quite small. But you can get up to one powered up, which can enable you to power up your saber to this form, which you can see here. Run Saber has some really nice uses of the Mode 7 effects, which the Super Famicom can do. Such as this airplane boss here. Hang on for your life. Wow, that was really good. The graphics in Run Saber are actually quite nice. Details not exactly super sharp, but for what there is actually quite nice looking. quite a lot of imagination's gone into the design of the levels. Audio-wise, the game actually sounds pretty good. Some of the tunes are quite rememberable, like this one. Nice clear speech samples as well. The thing about Run Saber though is that even though it's visually nice and it sounds pretty nice on it, it does seem to be lacking that certain factor. It's like it wants to be a Strada copy, but you know, it's failing. I don't know exactly what it quite is, but it's missing it, whatever it is. I think it plays good, it sounds good. There's just something about it. Could be actually the levels are quite boring, maybe that's it. I've played games with far worse level designs than this. So there you have it really, that's Run Saber for you. Like I said, nice enough game. Difficult to recommend. It's a bit of a sleeper really. Probably something that you'd buy if you want to try something a little different, you know. We're only going to give it the retro core score of 6 out of 10, mainly due to the fact that it's just not that much action packed. You know, it's not a bad game, but it's just missing that vital component that makes it worthwhile. Overall though, if you're after something that you don't already have and you're a bit of a Strider fan, then I think Run Saber's the game for you. Otherwise, let's just buy something else. Panorama Cotton, one of the most expensive Mega Drive games out there. Not the most expensive, but one of them. So what's all the fuss about? Well, let's take a look and find out. Oh, what's that? That can't be 3D on a Mega Drive, can it? It certainly is. Don't seem to be hitting anything though. Oh, what's that? Is that the road coming closer? Surely not. Mega Drive can't do zooming, can it? We're going quite slow now. And we're going quite fast now. Medium pace is the best. Like all cotton games, you got the magics. Whoops. Which I will now show you. There goes one. And here comes another. The visuals on a Panorama Cotton are actually very, very nice. When things come up to the screen, they don't actually get too blocky, which is a mistake many inter-screen scrolling shooters make. So just pause it when they get close. Not blocky at all, are they? We've got to go up now. Oops. Playability wise, Cotton's quite nice, but it's far better than the Dreamcast 3D Cotton game, Rainbow Cotton. Sometimes it can be a bit difficult to actually see where the objects are in the background. So sometimes you can actually miss shooting them. I'm not too sure whether it's due to dodgy collision detection or just the fact that it is a bit difficult to see. Cotton by no means is the best shooter on the Mega Drive, but as far as 3D shooters go, it is the best. Very impressive visually. Making the Mega Drive do stuff which you never thought it could. The story of the game is the basic Cotton story. Cotton's got to find all her candy so she can keep a big fat gob full, I suppose. Actually, I used to think Cotton was quite cute until I played the Dreamcast game, then I found out Cotton's actually quite a bitch, isn't she? There is one thing I will say about Cotton and about lastability, and that is you're not going to finish it in a matter of a couple of hours like you do with most shooters. It is rock hard. If you put on the easy setting, it's quite easy, but if you put on the higher levels, you will find yourself having quite a bit of a challenge. By collecting these little crystals that pop up, they allow you to get your special weapons. Oh, boss down and I've almost got no energy. The bosses can actually be quite tough as well. After completing a boss stage, you get the famous Cotton Tea Time mode. The aim of it is to collect as many teacups as you can. The more teacups you get, the more bonuses you get. Here we go. The ones with the blue writing on are worth much more points than the standard black kanji cups. Oh, and just like the Dreamcast version, it's really hard to get hold of them due to the perspective. bugger. And once you've finished the normal game of Cotton, you can always play Score Attack Mode, which gives the game that little bit of extra lastability. So, is a Panorama Cotton really worth getting? Considering it cost around about, I don't know, 9,000 yen. That's around about £50. Well, I don't know, you know. If you're a collector, then maybe it's worth getting. But otherwise, I think you'd be better off just buying something else. But for that real hardcore Cotton fan, I'm sure you'll love this one. Technically, it does stuff that you didn't think the Mega Drive was capable of doing. It's nice. It looks good. Plays pretty well. Not the best game ever to play, but it does play quite well, and it is a challenge. Certainly not going to finish it, like I said, in a couple of hours. So we're going to give Rainbow Cotton, not Rainbow Cotton, sorry, you keep calling it Rainbow Cotton. We're going to give Panorama Cotton a Retro Core score of 8 out of 10, which is very good going. Welcome to the Retro Core feature of Retro Core Arcade Action. Inside the Retro Arcade, absolutely dump of a place. Downstairs got some new stuff, but upstairs it's full Retro Action, so let's go and have a look. By the way, you must be aware that you're not actually allowed to video inside Japanese art game centers. So I'm doing this undercover. See, we've got Virtual Fighter there, Final Tune. Let's take a look at the retro stuff. Super Street Fighter. Seconds and all the crap that's in the retro section. Techomotor, that is. retro game, but I'm sure most of you will never see Dragon Chronicle, so we're having a look really. XVID by Sega, multiplayer action, seems to be the norm in Japan these days. make a move for it, try and get some funny looks from the staff. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the retro core feature. My ass, they're real money. Now everything here is retro based, but at least to give you a look at the core out of Japanese arcades. Look at these for some weird lighters.